Imposter syndrome is that nagging feeling that you have deep down inside, that worry that maybe you're not as good as you're claiming to be, that you don't deserve to be here, coaching other people with their problems, that you don't deserve to be teaching what it is that you're teaching on. And you find yourself maybe comparing to other people in your industry or in your niche doing the same thing that you do and going, who am I to be doing this? What qualifies me? What makes me an expert? I don't even have all of my stuff figured out yet. So who am I to be helping others with their stuff? It is a problem that we all run into, a limiting belief that we all struggle with from time to time, whether it is that we're new in business, whether we're pivoting our business, up leveling. It is a belief that comes up over and over again. So in this video, I want to help you identify it and then kick it to the curb by learning how to bust through those mental blocks and prove to yourself that you are qualified to be a badass life coach. If we haven't met yet, I'm Tanya Rainier. I am a business coach for life coaches and consultants just like you, and I help you build and grow businesses so that you can make an impact, make money, and live the life that you absolutely love. And if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you can get notified every time I post a new video training here to help you raise your vibe, build your confidence, and grow your business. And also, I always include a freebie. So if you want to grab today's freebie that goes along with this video, which is all about mindset and self-belief, head on over to tanyarainier.com/TV08. All right, so I want to give you a couple of tips to help you squash the belief that maybe you're not qualified, you're not good enough to be helping other people with their issues. So whatever kind of coaching you're doing, there's a reason that you chose this niche, this field. And hopefully that's because you have experience with it. You have been training for this your entire life. Your childhood experiences have taught you lessons galore. Maybe you've been through hardships and tough times. Maybe you've struggled and you've been through hell and you've survived and you've lived to tell about it. And now you want to help other people who have been through similar problems as you have. So many people think that the only skills that they bring into their coaching client relationships are on-the-job training, certifications, or working with actual clients, but that's not true. You have been gaining the skills to be a good coach your entire life. Back when you were having sleepovers in middle school, you were listening to your BFFs, right? You were, using your listening skills. You were asking questions when they had problems, and you were helping them navigate their own mental game so that they could get to the answers that they needed for themselves, right? You helped them to discover what was within them so that they could empower themselves to succeed and to thrive. You've done that with perhaps your spouse or siblings, your children, friends now. There are so many ways that you apply your coaching skills, those listening skills, those questions that you ask to help other people get to the results that they need. So what I mean by that is you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't always need to have the answers, but you do need to know how to create space and ask questions. And if you're doing that, well, then you're doing your job. Another reason I absolutely am sure that you're ready for this, you're qualified for this, and you're beyond good enough for this is that this is your soul's purpose. If you are here watching this channel, it is my hope that you decided to become a life coach because you've got a fire in your belly, a passion for helping people that you cannot ignore. It is my hope that this is your mission, your purpose in life, and that you don't have a plan B because you know that this is what you were made for. If that's questionable for you, I want you to do a little work on that and make sure that this is your path. Most of the people that I work with are what I call light workers. They have been training for this their whole life, and somewhere deep down, they've always known that their purpose was to help people. And they use that motivation to get through their obstacles because they think to themselves, okay, I can do this because I'm a role model, I'm an influencer, I'm going to help other people get through this once I've figured it out. And that is their motivation for getting through the tough times. Because no matter what happens, you know that you were made for this work, that this is your soul's calling, that you feel it like almost like gravity. And the thought of not doing this work like hurts your heart really deep down. And if that is true for you, then this is your calling. God doesn't get it wrong, or the universe, or whatever you believe in doesn't get it wrong. This is what you were made for. Now, sometimes the line between responsibility and accountability can get blurry when you're coaching. So I want you to remember that it's not your job to get the results. It's your job to coach people, right? So yes, you were made for this. It is your job then to fulfill your soul's purpose and help people in the way that you know that you can, and guide them on that journey of asking questions and creating that space and talking to them so that you help them get the results. Think of your job as a coach just like a personal trainer, right? You can teach the exercises, you can guide them and show them what to do, but they have to go and do the work on their own in between sessions. Same thing. You can't follow them home and do the sit-ups for them, and you cannot follow your clients around to get the results. You can only encourage them and hold them accountable. It is your job to guide, to coach, but not to get the results. So it's important that you don't take responsibility for that, because that is one thing that can really trip us up mentally, where we're taking on that responsibility. And if they don't get results, we start to go, oh, does that mean that we suck, that we're not good enough as a coach, that we're not doing our job? And that's not true. But I also want to offer you the advice that if you are ever unsure, then ask. With my clients, I always do what I call a temperature check, where I'm constantly checking in, going, okay, how are we doing? Are we moving toward the goals? We monitor their progress toward the goals to make sure that we are, moving in that direction. But it's not enough for me to be monitoring that progress. I talk it out like, okay, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you, moving, getting closer to our goal that we set at the beginning of our relationship. How are you feeling? Do you feel like you're progressing? Do you feel like you're making progress at the speed that you'd like to? And if not, well, then let's fix that right now. Let's make some adjustments to the way that we're working together so that we can have success and we can make sure that you are moving to the goal that you want. So always be checking in. If you're ever unsure, always ask the client, like, how is this feeling for you? That way you create the space to make adjustments and changes if necessary, and that almost always guarantees positive results, which leads to you being more confident as a coach and knowing that you have what it takes to get them to where they want to go. And finally, it's important for you to track your wins as well. It's one thing to track the client wins, keeping track of how successful they are and how they're moving toward their goals. But it's also really super important for you to track your wins as well, so that anytime that doubt starts to kick in, you can look back and go like, oh, wait a minute. Look at this list of positive results and wins. This list that I have here of all the compliments that my clients give me and all that we have accomplished together. This is especially important when you're up-leveling and when you're pivoting in business and you're growing and expanding and things reach a new level, because new level, new devil. As soon as you start to get to a new level, everything is new again. And when things are new, they're scary and you're like, oh gosh, can I do this? Do I have what it takes? And when that happens, just look at your wins list. This could be a list that you keep on your computer. It could be something that you post on your wall on a corkboard or a whiteboard. It could be something that you do in a folder or a box. But please keep track of all the wonderful things that you are doing in your business and in your client relationships so that you can always remember how important and needed you are. This world needs you. Your clients need you. And they need you in a way that only you can help them with. Now, you are not meant to serve everyone. You don't have to serve people who know more than you. You don't have to serve people that are more advanced than you on their journey. But if you just turn around and look at all the people who are not yet where you are, who haven't amassed the success that you have, who haven't conquered their obstacles the way you have, that need your guidance, that need your advice, that need to learn from your experience. And they need you to ask them questions and hold space and coach them in a way that only you can, because they click with you. Yes, they could go get it from someone else, but they don't want it from them. They want it from you. And if you hide, they can't get the help that they need. So please remember how amazing you are, how qualified you are, and how good you are at helping people, so that you can show up, you can do the work that you were meant to do on this earth. If you have not yet downloaded the Self-Belief Formula Workbook, it's full of journal prompts and affirmations that will guide you to feeling like a badass life coach anytime you start to doubt yourself. You can grab that below this video in the green box if you're watching this on my blog, or if you're watching this somewhere else, then click on over to tanyareinier.com/TV08 to grab that download. And please make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified next time we do a live training with a free resource, so that you never miss a thing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you to pieces and appreciate you to the moon and back. And I will see you back here on the next episode of Tanya TV.